Hey, thanks for stopping by. Clint Maki with FearlessTeamLeader.com. Today we're going to talk about websites and how to put up your own website and what method you should choose specifically. And there are 4 different options that you have, in my opinion. One is to have it completely done for you by somebody else, set up to finish, up and running, and get it done. The other is to do it all yourself, which I've tried. And the other is to have it done, partially done for you, and then you run it and you put your own content on it. That's the method that I use right now. And then the last one is the free website builders that are online that you do all the work yourself, and they're so-called free. Now I'm going to skip right to the last one first, the free website builders. I tell people that don't do them, and there's a couple of different reasons. They sound good when you get started, and they are easy. I tell you, they are. Click and drag, set yourself up. But if you read the fine print, that's where the real problem begins, is because if you have a problem and you decide to abandon the website at some point, suspend it, quit it, whatever, they keep your domain name. So whatever you name, yourname.com, they get to keep it. It becomes theirs. And you're essentially renting that name back from yourself. So yourbusiness.com or whatever it is becomes their baby. They keep your website. The other thing is that the maintenance costs, they're a little high for what you get, I think. And the flexibility of as far as what you can put on it and where and how, it just doesn't exist. You can't do it all yourself. You can do it yourself, but you can't decide exactly where everything goes on that website. And there are options that are not available to you when you build your own website. So as far as a small business website goes, I don't think that's probably the best option for everybody. There are some people that can get by with that, and that's fine, but I wouldn't do it that way, just simply because of the fact that the lack of flexibility, and then they own your name, essentially. So I wouldn't go that route. The done-for-you professionally websites, I mean, there are some amazing websites out there, but the problem with these, the good part about it is that they're done right. They're done by professionals that will really set it up correctly, and you'll love the results, there's no doubt about it, if you're willing to pay for it. That's the downside, is that they are extraordinarily expensive to set up. The building curve is enormous. You have to get someone to focus on it full-time, and it's essentially a full-time job for somebody to set up a website. Write the code, put it together, and it is not going to be cheap. It'll be thousands and thousands of dollars by the time you're done. And then you don't have the flexibility of being able to go onto yourself and make a little change. If you just want a little picture change, you just want something done, you can't do it yourself. You have to have somebody to do it for you. You have to pay them to do it by the hour, and it's not cheap. $50 to $150 an hour is not unusual whatsoever in the web design industry. And then a real good website is always changing and always evolving. There's always something new, because people don't want to come back to the same old place to see the same old thing. They want to see what's new on a website. So it's a constant maintenance issue, having someone, professional designer, set up a website for you. So that's not the option I chose either for my various websites that I have. And I sell millions of dollars worth of products a year off of websites. So it's stuff that I do myself. That is doing it all yourself. I don't do it all myself. That's just it. Doing it all yourself means that you have to learn to write code. This is the second option. You need to learn to write code. You need to know how to put everything on the page, manipulate it, do everything start to finish. And the learning curve on that is enormous. I mean, it's like that people go to college for that for a reason. So being the designer, the web designer, code writer, the artist, everything just doesn't make a lot of sense if you want to actually do your business, because you have a business to conduct. If you have a furnace business, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, an attorney, a realtor, whatever. You don't make money by designing your own website. So that option was not available to me. I needed to be able to go out and sell. I needed to be able to turn my business on, let people examine my product, go out and make their decisions based on that. And let's face it, if you don't have a website, you don't exist in the mind of your consumers. So if you have a business and you want to be taken seriously, you have got to have a website. There's no getting around it. People will laugh you out of business if you don't have one. So the last option, this is the one that I use, is I bought a WordPress themed website is what it is. And I own several of them actually right now, and they all produce income for me. The coding and the setup is all done for you. WordPress is a universal format. It's just like typing into a Word document. That's why they call it WordPress. And the setup is already done. All you need to do is decide what you want where and the content to put on it. You can have that hired out and done fairly inexpensively. I do a lot of that, and it's a lot easier to maintain. Some of the bigger websites you see out there, as a matter of fact, are WordPress sites. And for instance, Tony Robbins' site, complete WordPress site. If you go to TonyRobbins.com, beautiful site. He sells a lot of product and tickets and events off that site. It's all WordPress. And I'm sure he doesn't do it himself, but my point is this, that WordPress is just easier. And it's the dominant force in the industry right now for self-marketers because it's laid out to be just like word processing software. So that's the option that I take now. If you want to check out how to do this, there's a lot of training. That's the thing, is you can pick up a WordPress site, you can train yourself as you go, you can hire some of it done, do some of it yourself. You can change it, tweak it, modify it at will, add more pages to it, sell products, put up sales pages, capture pages, funnels, all this other stuff that you can do on other websites that are enormously expensive, complicated, and have a long learning curve associated with them. Yeah, and you'll need to learn some stuff for sure. Everybody does when it comes to WordPress, but it's worth it. It definitely is worth it. Once you learn how to manipulate your own website, you'll never want to go back. There's no doubt about it. So I want you to take the time to read through the rest of this article that's on this page and really understand some of the different nuances between the different setup options you have. And you get to decide for yourself what's most important to you. Your time, your money, your effort, your flexibility, all of that, it belongs to you. That decision completely belongs to you. So I'm going to end this video right now and let you read the rest of the article on this page. My name is Clint Maki. I'm the owner of FearlessTeamLeader.com, among other things. You can reach me at the information that's on this page here. My job, my mission, my entire goal in life is to leave you better than I found you, and I hope I've done that today. Thanks for stopping by.